See You on the Other Side had a lot of success, critical and commercial success. It was an album that we got together the first time and wrote without Head being around.
Then we just thought, you know what? It started out with me, Monkey, and David, and we were called LAPD. So we're back to our core. We already made music.
But we wanted to do a really big experiment, so we decided, okay, we've worked with all these great rock producers. Let's see what the other side has to offer.
We brought in Matrix for that record, and also Atticus Ross.
See, on the Other Side was so successful. The touring was so successful. We only did a short tour cycle on it because we wanted to get back in the studio and put another album right out.
Back to work.
We worked with the Matrix for 2 months. Basically, working with them was a big jam session of just writing a gazillion riffs. We came up with some cool ideas, and I think we did like 10 songs with them, and we chose 4.
Atticus came in and started working with us early in 2007.
Radical Radicus!
On See You on the Other Side, I'd be in the studio for a couple of days, and the Matrix would be in, and we'd switch around. On this one, it was like, okay, now I just have the place to myself.
He's an amazing programmer and an amazing producer. It's cool that he can do that stuff with Nails, and he can come and do rock stuff with us and do 2 different things like that. He's very talented. Well, when we first got right off the road, we wanted to write. We could tell David wasn't feeling it, and he asked if he wanted to take a break. He wanted to take hiatus from the band, go concentrate on his businesses he had, which he has a steakhouse and a sushi restaurant, and he's really happy doing that right now. We felt like his heart wasn't in playing in the band at the time, and it's good to just give him a break, so we let him go do his thing, and the 3 of us, me, Monk, and Fieldy, were ready to write and be creative, so it gave us an opportunity to jam with different drummers, and instantly came up with Terry Bozzio, because he's my favorite drummer in the whole wide world. He's a world-famous drummer. The guy's amazing.
It seems like, especially looking around how everything's set up, we could probably get a kind of thing going where everybody's working simultaneously. Yeah.
Everybody just kind of started making noise, and by the end of the first week, we had 3 songs.
And the chorus.
They'd written a sketch, and then we'd track the drums, and then we'd work, on the sound of the parts, and we generally changed stuff there.
That's the pieces of the puzzle, and now all we have to do.
Chunk dry, rise. Chunk open.
Is fuck around with the parts.
1, 2, 1, 2.
And the lyrics say birds are circling above, they don't see a gun, but a hunter's sitting right there with their right in the sights, but they stay there anyway and get shot and killed. I think people do the same thing if they're in bad relationships, like chicks constantly harping on you, beating on you, or a guy's beating on a girl. Why do you stay there? Why do you take it when it's really easy to go? It's a trained response to stay there and take it and be in pain and misery. death metal influences in it because I showed Monkey finger tapping actually with a pick. They do it in death metal. They do the and I do grindcore vocals at the end. You take the pick, you hold that note, and you go.
Yeah.
Just hold. There, that's what I'm saying you do.
Oh. Is that the cheater's way?
No.
No, that's how they really do it.
Really?
Do that too.
Yeah. That's
You
metal
can get
way.
more taps in.
You can get more taps
Yeah.
in.
You know what else?
Because I'm only being able to fit like 2.5, and it feels weird on the third.
No, you can get like fucking 6 ones.
I love Cannibal Corpse, dude. It's the best death metal band ever.
This next song is called I Got Blood.
I just dig them a lot. I don't know, death metal. I just, yes.
Always gonna 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 always gonna.
If you don't know about Terry Bozzio, he's a legendary drummer.
Terry had the most amazing giant kit I've ever seen in my life. They call it the USS Bozzio.
It's fucking bad, huh? It's got an Asian thing going on in the back, huh?
Yeah.
It consists of 8 kick drums, about 50 drums, a gazillion cymbals, all kinds of different toys and things that make noise, trashy noises.
There's a joke going around. Instead of how many people does it take to change a light bulb, how many people does it take to play Terry Bozzio's kit?
He's creative. He basically plays music with drums. It's not just a beat to him. He actually tunes his drums to notes and composes music on his drums, is what I think is so amazing. A guy does concerts in theaters and people come just to watch him play drums. It's hard to play. I tried playing it forever. Fucking hard. 8 billion fucking pedals. And he brought so many drums, so many different colors and sounds and stuff that really pushed us in different directions that we wouldn't think of going. It was more kind of like a prog feel. We were just jamming and doing big long parts and having them do actual drum solos that weren't cheesy. They were just so fucking amazing that it wasn't cheesy at all. Just seeing this guy do inhuman things with those drums.
Was Animal your favorite drummer when you were there?
I've been compared to him a lot.
Remember Animal?
Yeah.
That's your nickname now, Animal.
Something sparked some creative things, sparked some magic in the room, and wrote some amazing songs.
You're the infection, my friend. Disgusting right to the end. Didn't I know it then? I knew it.
There's another one about Head, singing about how he's got his music coming out. I don't know how it is now, but the last time I heard it was a lot of smack talking towards the band and Korn. He associated everything bad with Korn, and it's just me blasting out again.
With your dumbest song, yeah, that's all that you will ever be. Nothing you can do, 'cause that's all that you will ever be.
Stop farting.
like it was like a really big musical vibe, like a Broadway musical thing. So I went for like the Jesus Christ Superstar, Andrew Lloyd Webber, big, huge ending.
That's cool.
Two tones.
I'm trying to put it on the microphone so you can hear what it does. Couple minutes a day, I'll get this shit right, man. I busted out my electronic pipes. I thought it'd be cool to do that because everything else was electronic. I didn't want acoustic regular bagpipes, so. And as cool as this has got the MIDI out on it, so I can use any sound. Right. I started just jamming and just doing all crazy solos over the top of this thing, and I built this thing with that in the beginning. I was feeling like I wanted this trippy vibe. I wanted it to be in your back ears. I was singing this pretty melody over the top, but I wanted this more mechanical, tripped out vibe underneath. I wanted to make it more scary, so I tripped out with the Chaos Pad. And
Yeah, bitch.
got this sick vocal effect that I liked and just spoke the whole song underneath it.
We got
Some cell phone interference.
No, I thought it was cool.
We got a text message.
It might be too much.
Is it too much?
We got to the middle and Terry Bozzio just started going crazy on his drums. Like, we almost couldn't even keep track of the music because he was going so crazy.
sounds like there's 2 or 3 drummers and there's only one.
You look like Animal from the Muppets.
And us as a band, we stood there with our mouths open, jaws hit the floor, and dude, the guy's the best there is. I Will Protect You lyrically is a song to my children. It's basically talking about, you know, you 3 are my children, I love you to death, and it pains me to tell you that I'm gonna die one day, and that you're gonna die one day.
I'm gonna try to live a life that leaves an impression on my kids, so if I do die, they can be like, man, I wanna live like my pops did.
You're gonna lose your father, and in turn, your son's gonna lose you. It's just a vicious cycle.
I could die right this second. I didn't know.
Wow.
So those are 3 songs we got. Not bad.
Yeah.
And cool.
Yeah. Half a week of work.
I basically tweaked ball on monster drinks. I hadn't drank caffeine in almost 8 years. This is how I used to do it back in the day. I'd get all pumped up on speed and be all geek out like this. I need an endorsement.
A monster?
I've been guzzling these guys. Fucking all, hey, what's up, Pete?
Second day in a row.
Second day in a row, the best vocals of the whole album. The last couple albums I've done is totally drug-free, nothing, and you know, I think this really helped me a lot. It was fun, and I did it one night, and then when I came back, there was cases of Monster there, and they're all drink it, drink it, drink it.
Again, this is another riff that I had written at home actually, and the night before, and it wasn't like I went home and tried to write a riff. I was just, you know, playing my guitar and came across a sort of cool progression. Jonathan came up with this really cool pickup part in the middle and this kind of triplet feel, and then when Terry started playing, it all came to life.
That's cooler. I like that better.
I think cooler.
It sets it up better.
Everything's beautiful. I really like this.
Now, this is cool. This is trippy shit.
It is weird.
It's trippy, but I think it'd be cool. Like, dude, just vibey, like Floyd shit.
Yeah, it is.
In the beginning of the song, he starts with a lot of very cool chimes and percussion stuff that everything we kept, and it just kind of adds to the whole atmosphere of the song.
It's basically an anthem to people that all have had bad, not that everybody's had bad things happen to them, but just feeling that, you know, that depressed, feeling down. This is a song that y'all can relate to and sing it and feel it. This is for all those people that feel this way. It's nothing about being in power, nothing. It's about us as a group of people saying, yeah, I'm down. It's a kind of gothy kind of feel.
Don't try to make it right.
I have to.
I don't understand here what God wants to me this way. I lived a life was always good. The one thing I need to take away. You take away. The one thing. 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 You take away. You take away. Take away, away, away.
That was the first song that I wrote when I got back from Europe when I had my blood disorder thing. I got home, they got me squared away at the doctors. I started, I was on steroids, I was cracked out of my mind.
JD just called me out one day. He said, "Oh, can I come over and let's work on a song?"
I went to Ax's house because I just had to do something because I was freaking out on steroids. And we wrote Starting Over, the music, everything. We did the whole thing there at his house.
I like how there's air.
Yeah.
There's
Bass is going to work, and then here the groove changes. It's just important that the riff comes up.
The only feeling we want to get in the chorus is that so you're feeling pulled in and out of it, kind of.
It's starting over, can't stand it's over, God is gonna take me out. My time is over, this time is over, why is this over, God is gonna take me out. God is gonna take me out. God is gonna take me out. You can't see I'm torn away from you and everything that's close to me. I can't face the truth. It's nothing that I believe. Just run away from me and thank me when you're free from me. Come take me.
This blood thing when I was in Europe, I never catch a break. Always something bad happens in Europe. We have to leave or something like that, or makes me feel like I'm gonna die.
He went through that, and me hearing it, and if I can feel his emotions, and I've never almost died, that's heavy, you know?
I'm a good person. I'm not mean to anybody, but I'm always given a bad hand. I don't know why. I have the worst luck in the world. But sometimes I just get fed up with it and just, I want to go, bye, see you, take me. And that's what that song's about.
It's a powerful song. I mean, it even get me a little teary-eyed.
That's a proper fucking corn song right there. That's the fucking way to do it, my man.
Thanks, doggy.
Holy shit. That's bad, huh? I could listen to End all fucking day long.
Remember you had the 8-string guitar? I came in, John had the 8-string, and then I picked up the 8-string. When we're writing songs, there's so many songs going on that we forget what we're writing.
I don't remember, man.
It's
We should look
so
for it, man.
good.
Yeah, okay. Well,
It's
let's
worth
look for
looking. You should look for it. It's worth looking for. Trust me. You gotta trust me on this one.
Okay, there's like this is the beginning of it, and we go on like John's drumming or something. Then,
Yeah, that's where John's from.
Okay.
That's exactly it. We finally found it, and we had to learn it, and then we started to create this song, and it's just this heavy, cool groove.
This song, why I'm pushing for this one is there's nothing like this. We don't have another song like this on the album.
For every person I've tried to be, there's enough that's in inside. I love you so much, I'm never there. I'm always with you, but never here. And you move in a hostile way, like you're recently wounded. I reach for your wrist, I feel the bolt. Defend yourself from all of us. We got a problem, it's plain to see. We got a problem.
He talks about schizophrenia in the song, and I think that's kind of the way the song jumps around so much. It kind of makes sense lyrically.
About 2 years ago, I wrote a song about being schizo. I go into like bipolar roller coaster, gonna bring us a little closer to my fairy tale friend, me, myself, and him.
I have like 2 different personalities, and my wife has about 10 different personalities. So it's just feeling like which one of you is into me, which one of you are into you.
Which one of me is into you? We are schizophrenic, don't stop. No, not till I fuck us all up.
It's just a clever, cool song about crazy bitches and crazy guys.
We got a problem. Yeah. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a
Zach, aka Horse, was a touring member of the band. He's the keyboard player in the tour. We decided to have him come in because we wanted to add a different dimension to Core and change the sound up and go somewhere different. When we went on the road, we had such a great time with him adding different textures and layers to our music that we had already written. We thought it would be amazing just to go in the studio and see what would happen with him putting his keyboards in our music.
I think on tour, if he has to play this while something plays something else, he could strap on a prosthetic cock and stick it in there. And just. I mean.
Yeah, but then the pitch changes when it gets hard.
I don't know if it'll fit through there.
Not very much.
The first time we played with him, I was blown away. I thought this, you know, I still think he's one of the most talented musicians I've ever played with or I've ever collaborated with.
I mean, he really brought a lot to this record in sorts of vibe and textures, ambient sounds that are in the record. He really did a great job.
This song, Kiss, we were actually all in the jam room together, me and Monkey and Zach and John, and we started creating this song, and Zach came up with this cool keyboard thing, and it really we started building off that.
Bozio played some drums on it, and then Ack took and cut them up and made up this really scary sounding kind of percussion bed underneath it. And we came up with Kiss. It was amazing.
Yo, calm that shit together, kid.
This is going to be a lot of fucking work to do. In the chorus, I was thinking, could maybe, like the gold
top or whatever it's called, single string with the kick drum.
That's when the drums kind of sort of took on like a soldier kind of a marching feel, and it kind of has a toy soldier feel through the song to me.
It's about loving someone so much and not being loved back. Wishing that when you kissed them that it was a true kiss in their heart, like you really knew 100 billion% that that person felt the same way about you. Song lyrically about head. He always harped on us about you got to give up all your luxuries and the people that you love around you, they're bad, to really be true and accept God and all this crazy stuff all the time. And it really struck me as being really odd.
Anthony Loke Cruz has been working with Korn for over 10 years.
Make sure you spell it right.
See, I'm always thinking about you, though.
You know, one day I'm gonna be a genius.
He started out as a security guard, and then Jonathan had him doing assistant stuff, and then David had him doing assistant stuff. And he's kind of just, and then he just kind of became Loke.
I love watching you do your art, Loke.
You know, some days when it comes together, it's a motherfucker.
Well, I have the like the doubler going on. I'm gonna plug that in, but maybe just come up with like a delay and maybe.
That is fucking bad. Hey,
Sign that Rice Man, and we gotta put that on the wall. That's Zach is a garden gnome playing piano next to me while I'm singing.
Oh man.
Keeps the spirits high when things seem grim.
I don't hear me an organ grinder trying to get his ass in the Fiesta Parade.
This is new.
You gotta come in every day and read the Lokeisms. The stuff that comes out of this man's mouth. Tie your brain in knots. We're gonna publish a book. Loke on homosexuality. You're supposed to take the apple from the Eve, not the man from the dude. That comes out of his mouth.
I can't believe that it's been so long that he's never done anything on the record, but on the song Love and Luxury, at the very end, he's actually doing some percussion stuff. He's gonna be a genius one day.
Do What They Say was a pretty cool track. Zach did some really cool piano in there. It's really creative and it's heavy in its own way.
Walk away when you're angry. Brace yourself, there's nothing to gain. Old enough to know the outcome. More blood, it's always the same.
You gotta do certain things to keep living, and sometimes I feel like I don't want to obey those laws anymore. I just don't want to carry on anymore. And that's really what I wanted to get across in the song. And that is my favorite Korn song of any other song ever. So I care.
the MTV Unplugged record was going to have more of an influence on the new record, but I think the only thing I really got from that was trying different chord voicings. We'd been concentrating on that whole acoustic thing so much, I was ready to be full-on distortion.
That's my favorite track on the
That's mine as well.
Oh man. Holy shit!
It's fucking pretty crazy.
Fuck, dude.
We were really happy with what we were doing with Atticus, so we took those tracks that the Matrix produced, and we took them back and we redid them with Atticus. I think I wrote that song as an anthem for people that have been sick. You always have these things bombarding you, but you know you got to hold on and be strong for other people around you, and for yourself to survive. I never really wrote any empowering songs, but this is one of those songs more about empowerment.
Don't ever let me go, no. Don't ever let me go, no. And I'll never let you go, no. I'll never let you go, no.
I must have been tired.
I wrote it more for people that are having problems with all kinds of diseases, be it cancer to you know, it can be about, you know, bad relationships. It's a huge array of different things. For me personally, it was about that, but it can easily be turned into anything. Innocent Bystander is one of my favorite songs because it's basically saying how I am on the road. I'm completely sober. I love to pour drinks, roll joints, cut lines, do whatever, get the party started. I'm the innocent bystander. I like to watch. I like to get chicks boning each other. I can sit there in a titty bar watching them bone each other, and I'm the one that gets it started by paying a bunch of money, and I sit there and enjoy it. But somehow I'm the innocent one. I'm just a bystander. I'm not partaking.
The drums are amazing on this new Korn album. You get a big variety instead of just like one drummer doing the same, you know, like style through the whole thing. You get a variety of styles.
We chose Brooks Wackerman to play on the song because, I mean, I've worked with him before in another band that I did called The Drama. We had him come in and he session drummed on that, and he's the most amazing session drummer I've played with.
Thanks for your time. I really appreciate your hard work.
Yeah,
And,
my pleasure.
He's just a nice, pleasant, talented, professional person who was a real pleasure to work with, and I hope we can work with him again in the future. It was just something I was playing in the room. Scott Spock from The Matrix kind of heard me playing it. He just wanted to put it down because he liked it, and what happened was he ended up taking that back to his studio and structuring a song around just the slow sort of intro and the verse section. A friend of mine, Brett Allen, brought in a mandolin guitar, and he just plugged it in. We just plugged it in, and I started playing along the track with it. Already has a sad feeling in the song, but with that in there, it takes it even lower.
Lyrically, Hushby is it's basically a song talking to your mate, saying, you know, this is a really good day to die, let's commit suicide together and just leave this world. It's basically talking someone into ending it, kind of a romantic Romeo and Juliet kind of way.
You
metal mandolin. See you run out on stage with that.
Yeah, you can't do much. Can't do much rocking with the mandolin.
Really low slug.
Hi. Cheers to you, buddy.
The only Mexican this side of the border that's starving.
Goes with everything.
I'm brushing my teeth with cheese.
Eating like a bird.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got parts.
Lord of the Rings base. You like that trick?
Yeah.
Nice. That's right where that should have gone.
We chose to use that as the first single because it was the most grooving, it was heavy, it had everything, it had all the elements of what's in this new record, I think, all first. I think it was a good choice. We sat down and we had a couple different choices and that one just stuck out. On this album, I want to stay away as much as possibly we can from conventional just beating on cymbals or open hi-hat, just shh. Because it's always seemed like, I mean, everyone does that, but it seems like that, the cymbals, all that stuff makes this crazy white noise over this music, and you really don't get to hear what's going on because it always covers everything up.
And the planet may go astray in a million years to say those motherfuckers were all deranged. It's evolution. Just evolution.
I have to buy John one of these, what's it called?
I do not deny the basic reason inside. It's right here, it's controlling my mind. And why do I deserve to die? I'm dominated by this animal that's locked up inside.
Basically, evolution is about us as a human race. We haven't evolved. Basically, we have not evolved since monkeys. If you look back and you look and compare the two of us, you know, animals and humans are pretty much the same. The statement that Korn wanted to make with this record is that, you know, yes, we're down to 3 members, but it's the 3 core members, and we're still very, very creative, and we still love making music. And we're just so happy to still be doing this 13, 14 years later. This is our 11th album that's coming out, our 8th studio, but our 11th album. This is, what a career. And we don't see any end coming soon. We still love making great music, and each album we keep doing it and going in different directions, and and doing great things and making better music, we think. So I guess the Untitled Make is just to put out good music and hope our fans stick around and enjoy what we're doing.
That fucking camera